What's up, Calcubots? I have another video for us, and this time it is polynomial division, specifically using the technique long division. So here I have the polynomial x squared plus 5x minus 1 divided by the polynomial x minus 1. So first things first is you want to turn this into a little long division problem, and you do it like this. You take x minus 1, which is the second one, and we're literally going to long divide it, just like that. And on the inside I have x squared plus 5x minus 1, just like that. I want to take your attention off to the right because I want you guys to recall something. If I take 10 divided by 3, I have to multiply by something, and specifically how many times 3 goes into 10. In this case, 3 goes into 10 3 times because you get 9. But when you do that, you subtract, right? And you, whatever the difference is, you bring it down. We're going to do the same thing here. What number can I multiply? What can I multiply with x minus 1 to get x squared, right? Because I want to get rid of this one first before I tack on the rest. We need to focus on this one right here, and then we can get rid of the rest. So in order to get rid of that, I can multiply x minus 1 times x. This gives me x squared minus x, right? So I'm going to do in pink what I have to multiply by. So I have to multiply by x, and that gives me x squared minus x, right? Like that. That's how I get it. Now I have to subtract. Just like we do in normal long division, we have to subtract with polynomial long division. X minus x, x squared minus x squared is 0. 5 minus a negative x, 5x minus a negative x actually gives me 6x. Because when you have two negatives next to each other, negative, negative, they turn to plus. So here I have a plus 6x, like that. Keep in mind the order of how I'm stacking it. Look how they're stacked, okay? This is key for clarity and to follow the work you're doing. Please keep them stacked neatly. Clarity leads to understanding. All right, next I have to multiply x minus 1 to give me 6x, right? I want 6x. So what do I got to multiply by? I got to multiply by 6. So I'm going to multiply by 6 like this, plus 6. And now I can do the multiplication. X minus 1 times 6. I already, oh, sorry, I didn't complete it. Minus 6 right there. Right? Like that. Yes. So we get the new one, 6x, right? Oh, I forgot one step. You're supposed to bring down the negative 1. Cool. It's just a little oversight, but it won't change our calculation. We still want to get rid of the 6x. So now we have 6x minus 6, like that. And I'm going to subtract this to get to see what we get left over, what our remainder is going to be specifically. So 6x minus 6x is 0. Negative 1 minus negative 6. Negative 1 minus a negative 6 becomes negative 1 plus 6, which gives me 5. So I have a plus 5. And at this point, I'm pretty much done. I have a remainder of 5. Right? But this isn't elementary school where I write 3 remainder 1. No, we don't do that anymore. What we're going to do is going to rewrite this using our x minus 1. So we're going to rewrite the whole thing. Watch this. So we have x plus 6 plus 5 over over x minus 1. And that's our final answer right there. This right here is our final answer. Just like that. Okay? You always get your remainder and you divide it by what I believe that's called the divisor. I think it's a divisor. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? But you always grab whatever you're dividing by and just stick it in the bottom, the denominator of whatever your remainder is, right? If it was a minus 5 right there, then this would be a minus. But because it's not, it's a plus, right? Let's do another example, and this will become a little more clear. But this is basically how we're going to do long division. I have another example for you guys. Here we go. Number 2, we have two x squared minus 9x minus 5 divided by x minus 1. All right, let's keep the operations white. So let's set it up as long division. X minus 1 divided into 2x squared minus 9x minus 5. So again, we want to focus on this one right there. What can I multiply x minus 1 to get 2x squared? Or I can multiply by 2x, right? If I multiply it out, check what I get. I get 2x squared minus 2x. We're focusing on this one because it's the one we want to get rid of first. The rest of it will follow, but let's focus on getting rid of the leading one first. So I found what I'm going to multiply by. In this case, it's 2x. So 2x. Notice I put it above the 9x because this has two terms, which means I'm going to tackle on two terms. So I want to put it above the second term and not above the first term, because then just trust me, when it comes to this, you're going to get a little more confused. Just keep your work nice and stacked. All right? So we found out what x minus 1 times 2x is. Right? So let's keep going. So here we're going to have 2x squared minus 2x. And remember, we subtracted. So 2x squared minus 2x is 0. Negative 9x minus a negative 2x becomes minus 7x. So we're going to have here minus 7x. And we're going to drop down the negative 5 right there. Can even extend this if we want. So now I want to get rid of the minus 7x, right? Which means because it's a minus, I need to have a minus up here. So minus something. X minus 1 times something should give me negative 7x. So what is that something going to be? Well, negative 7, right? So I'm going to put a negative 7 up here. And down here, I get minus 7x, right? And then plus 7. So here we go. Plus 7. Just like that. And keep in mind, we're going to subtract it, which is why they have to be the same. So negative 7x minus a negative 7x, right, is the same thing as saying negative 7x plus 7x. Right? When you subtract the negative, it's the same thing as adding. So that's 0. So this gives me 0 here. Right, we're good. We got rid of it. Now we have minus 5 minus 7. And we get minus 12. minus 12. We have nothing else to drop down. We are now finished. So our new polynomial, right, is going to be the following. Whatever our product, our quotient was on top, so 2x minus 7, right? It's a negative 12, so minus 12 over x minus 1, just like that. Okay, just like that. And let me just check my work that I did earlier to verify that I did it right. One. Yep, I'm right. So that's our second example. Cool work. I gotta check my answers too, guys. Don't judge. Right? Let's do another example. And this time I'm gonna not color code it because it's taking me a lot of time. So number 3. Maybe I might color code some pieces. So I have the polynomial 3x squared plus 23x plus 14. That's an ugly 14. Divided by the polynomial x plus 7. Just like that. X plus 7. So, like I said, we get our second one right here and put on the outside. Maybe I should color code just like, this piece. X plus 7. Alright, cool. So we have x plus 7 on the outside, x plus 7, and we're dividing it into our polynomial up here. 3x squared plus 23x plus 14. Just like that. Cool? Cool. So now I have to multiply x plus 7 times something to get rid of 3x squared. And that something is 3x. Right? Yes. Because then I have x plus 7 times 3x, and that gives me 3x squared plus 21x, just like that. Cool. So let's write that down. So we have 3x squared plus 21x. Let me get rid of this underline right here. And next, we subtract it. So I'm going to put parentheses around the whole thing, because I'm subtracting the whole thing. Subtract. All right. 3x squared minus 3x squared, 0. 23x minus 21x, 2x. Specifically, a positive 2x. We bring down our 14, which means this is now plus 14. So now I need to multiply x plus 7 times something to give me 2x, and that something is simply 2. So I get 2x, right, plus 14. So plus 2, and I get 2x plus 14, and I'm subtracting the whole thing. 2x minus 2x is 0, and 14 minus 14 is 0. Oh, in this case we have no remainder. So my final answer, right, is going to be 3x plus 2. So this is my quotient, right? My quotient, Q for quotient, is 3x plus 2. And in this case, my remainder is 0. Right? We don't have a remainder in this one. So this is x plus 7 is a factor of 3x squared plus 23x plus 14. When you get a remainder 0, it's a factor. Sweet. Let's move on to another example. Here I have this one, number 4. I have 4x squared minus 10x plus 6 divided by 4x plus 2. All right, let's build our little long division format. So we have 4x plus 2 divided into 4x squared minus 10x plus 6. Remember that the result of a division problem or a division is called the quotient. So in this case, I'm going to specify what our quotient is. Quotient, and then what our remainder is. Oh, what if we don't have a remainder? Then it's just 0. So quotient equals that, and remainder equals that. We're going to see what we get. I don't know it yet, but let's do it together. Hopefully I spot any mistakes. All right, here we go. 4x, and 4x plus 2. We want to get rid of 4x squared first. Right, so let's get rid of that. We're going to multiply by x. Yes, because 4x plus 2 times x gives me 4x squared plus 2x. Cool, we got 4x, we matched it, we're good. So here we get 4x squared plus 2x, and we're going to subtract the whole thing. 4x squared minus 4x squared is 0. 10x minus 2x is negative 12x. Okay? Keep that in mind. 10x, negative 10x. Wait, no. Yeah. Negative 10x minus 2x. Yeah, we're good. We're good. My mistake. We're going to break down the 6. And because it's a plus 6, you keep the plus. If it's a minus 6, you put a minus 6. But if it's because it's plus, we keep the plus. Now we need something. 4x times 2. That'll give me negative 12x specifically. Remember, we only want to tack on the first term. So what can we multiply by? We can multiply by 3. Negative 3 actually, because we need to match it. Right? So this becomes negative 12x minus 6. Awesome. Right? So far so good. One second. All right, cool. Let's keep going. So minus 12x. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the minus 3 up here. Minus 12x minus 6, and we're subtracting this. All right. Negative 12x minus a negative 12x is 0. 6 minus a negative 6 is positive 12. Just like that. And this is our remainder. We don't have anything else to drop down, then this becomes our remainder. Okay? So this is our remainder right there. So what's our quotient? Our quotient in this case is going to be x minus 3, right? And our remainder is 12 over 4x plus 2. Just like that. So our final answer is going to be x minus 3 plus 12 over 4x plus 2. Alright guys, so this is our final answer, but there's something else we can do to it. Alright, we can actually reduce the remainder. I noticed that they share a 2, so I'm going to extract the 2 right up here to the side. Right? So I know that 12 is 2 times 6, and I know that 4x plus 2 share a 2. So it becomes 2x plus 1. Right? Yes, it is. So we get rid of that. So our final answer is x minus 3 plus 6 over 2x plus 1. Okay? They're both the same, but this one that I'm boxing in is a fully reduced version of it. And here I did it. We can check our answer. X minus 3 plus the quotient 6 over 2x plus 1, which is exactly what we have here. Good job. Alright, let's move on to the next example, and this will be the last one. So our last example, number 5, is the following. We have the polynomial 6x squared minus 25x minus 25. Oh, that's an ugly 5. Minus 25 divided by 6x plus 5. Cool. So let's set it up. 6x plus 5. And we have 6x squared minus 25x minus 25. So I want to get rid of 6x squared, which means I got to multiply by x. So this gives me 6x squared plus 5x. I subtract the whole thing, right? Yes. And I get 6x squared minus 6x squared, 0. Negative 25x minus 5x is 30x, minus 30x. I drop down the negative 25 like that. And I can extend this further. So now I need to get rid of the negative 30x, which means I have to multiply by a negative 5. Yes, that'll give me negative 30. So the 6x plus 5 times negative 5, right here off to the side. Get negative 30x minus 25. So far so good. So far so good. Just making sure I wrote everything correct. Alright, cool. So here I get negative 30x minus 25. That's an ugly 5. What does it matter with me? Here we go. Right there. So negative 30x minus 30, negative 30x gives me 0. Negative 25 minus a negative 25, right? That also gives me 0. Oh, cool. So in this case, our quotient is simply going to be x minus 5. And our remainder is simply going to be 0. Just like that. And we're done. I hope this helped out a little bit, guys. This is going to take some getting used to, especially since you have so much going on. But I promise you, the more practice you do, the better you'll get. It took me a while. The other technique that I'm going to teach you guys is what I like to use instead. But the other one is not always... can it always be applied? Well, we'll find out if it can. But this is how you do long division. I hope this helped out. Let me know if you guys want me to do more examples, or if you need more clarity, or if you have any questions. comments, questions, observations, suggestions, and I'll happy to consider them. Peace.